So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series. And this week we're going to be covering Moon in the 6th house in the sign of Virgo for Aries ascendant people, and what happens when Moon is in the 6th house in the sign of Virgo for Aries rising sign. And as always, we do not know if you have this Moon, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details. For that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books and consultations. And I actually just opened up my Charadasha reading again after a whole year. So yeah, but it's not going to be up there for a long time because I just get swamped with it very quickly. So anyway, Moon in the 6th house. So first of all, what is the 6th house? 6th house is a house of health, illnesses, diseases, health and wellness, nutrition, enemies, competition, litigation. Okay. 6th house also represents your daily routines. Like, what is your daily routine? Like right now, let's say I'm filming this video. And if I was to make a video every day, that means I'm doing 6th house things. I'm doing daily routine work. So now you've got Moon there who rules the 4th house. 4th house represents home, land, real estate, mother, happiness, comforts. And obviously it's your home after marriage as well. Now, the explanation that I'm giving here, we don't know if there's a planet conjunct to Moon. We don't know if there's a planet aspecting Moon. We don't know what nakshatra or degree Moon is in. So these things will add another flavor. But one thing we see that the person will be very competitive. Very competitive, will always thrive over enemies, will always defeat enemies. Especially if there's a benefic aspect on the Moon. One will always defeat their enemies. And one of the things that we see is that mother would be a healer. Some form of a healer. It doesn't have to be a nurse or a doctor. Mother could simply be working, let's say, at a retirement community. Mother could be working with, nonprofit organizations. Mother could be in HR, like human resources in a way. It's kind of like being a nurse or being like a healer. You're dealing with the issues and problems of the employees and the employer, and you're just kind of like resolving issues for people. But yes, this can show one can have quite a bit of arguments with the mother, and one will always look at mother as a competition. Like, why is my mother trying to say this to me? Is it because so I don't do this? These things, these thoughts will always run into your head. Usually, with the Moon in the 6th house, one can get some sort of like a OCD or phobia. And especially because 4th house also represents lungs, okay? One will always have, breathing issues, like especially if you, let's say, run quickly, you may pant very quickly. Or one may have like just regular coughs. But one thing we see here with the Moon is that no matter what health issue one may have, one always defeats it. Now, of course, with the malefic planet, it'll be difficult, but you'll still defeat it. Moon in the 6th house naturally shows that the mind is always focused on wanting to be healthy, wanting to be better, wanting to resolve all arguments, wanting to face arguments. Like, you're this type of person that if you know that some colleague has an issue with you, you don't ignore it thinking that over time it may become better. You go right into the snake's hole and you confront it. Like, hey, listen, I heard you don't like me. Why is that? Let's resolve it. What's going on? Like, in a way, you yourself try to heal your daily work life, your office life. Because remember, 6th house is where you are always. It's your daily routines in your daily work life. Also, obviously, 3rd house is the office as well. But 6th house is the main place where you deal with your, daily work life. And so here you try to heal things that occur. And usually for an Aries ascendant person, a person will find much less struggle if they move out of their city or state. Most definitely, if one moves out of foreign land, one moves to foreign lands, they do well. Also, here your relationship with the maternal uncle will be quite okay, quite well. Like one is always, like even as a young child, you'll always look forward to your maternal aunts and uncles to come over. You'll have a special bond with them. Now, of course, if you've got some Arishta yoga, some malefic yoga, Papkartri yoga upon the moon, I mean, you'll hate your uncle and aunts. You see how quickly that the difference comes in. Let's say moon is not conjunct a planet. Moon is not affected by a planet. However, it's being crunched by two malefics on both sides. Let's say Saturn is in the ascendant, meaning it's 8th from the moon. It's going to cause all sorts of psychological issues with your aunts and uncles. One may even be fearful of competition depending upon how planets are placed from the moon. But overall, one's mind always is focused towards social welfare, social reform, always focused towards resolving issues in daily work life, daily routines. This is why such people can either make great healers or great HR professionals. Okay, they can even make great divorce lawyers with moon in the 6th house. Like one has all the tricks of the trade to deal with resolving disputes legally. So that's what this moon does, mainly in this chart. And also, we can see that either the mother or you both may do a lot of traveling or love traveling for work. Because remember, moon is a karaka of travel. But it also shows me this. When you travel, or whenever you deal with competition, your mother would somehow either feel sick, or mother will always try to heal other people. Somehow, let's say you're traveling, somebody will come up to your mother, your cousin, your a friend, like, oh, I'm dealing with this problem. Can you help me with this? Somehow, some way that will be activated. And especially whenever you travel or whenever you are sick, you may even see that you kind of get gems or fixed assets in your possession. It won't happen all the time, but definitely it'll happen at one point when such things happen. And especially in your daily work routines, let's say in your office life, there's a fight. There's an argument with someone. Most definitely you're going to have an argument in your home as well. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of moon in the 6th house for Aries ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you want to know where your moon is placed, all the other astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, link to my school, check out the links here. And I'm going to officially start the school October 18th. It's coming up, my original official opening date. So anyway, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.